Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. Don't judge me. I mean, it is what it is. I work retail, so like it hasn't been fun. So today we're going to be talking about two eyeshadow palettes that I just recently got. One's been out recently for like about a week since I'm filming this. No, it's been like a couple weeks, like 2 weeks, but it's still pretty like new. The other one's been out for a while, and I'll explain those in 2 seconds. But if you've never been here before, my name is Salika. I love makeup, and we just hang out here and play with whatever I got in. Nothing special. I can't buy everything. I can't afford everything, as most people can't, but we're just gonna sit here and play with that. If you're just looking for distraction or somebody new to watch, hi, hello, welcome. Again, my name is Salika, and we're going to get right into the two palettes that I recently just got. See you in a second, guys. Alright guys, so the two palettes that we're going to be talking about today is the Minka palette in collaboration with Adept Cosmetics. And like, you're gonna like, first let's talk about the packaging. The simplicity of it, like, yes, sometimes that's all I'm looking for, but sometimes I just need that little extra. And you know what, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna grab another palette that I completely like wanted to bring into this look, that I just thought about it. We may or may not use it, just depending on my mood, but hold on one sec. Okay. Alright. Now, let's finish talking about that. The Minka palette is just absolutely gorgeous. Let's look at the inside. Like, yes, ma'am. These shadows are absolutely phenomenal. And I did swatch them on my Instagram. But they were in just the stories. But they're just chef's kiss. They're so good. They're so shiny and reflective. There's two trio chromes. I don't know. To me, they're like trio chromes. These two right here. Linda and Selena, these two right here. Oh, you can see the shift a little bit. Yes, ma'am. I actually don't like the matte formula in the Adept formula. Like, I don't like it, but the duochrome and the triochrome and just like their formula for their sparkly shadows are absolutely phenomenal. Now, I also grabbed the Glamlight Scooby like formula, or eyeshadow palette, not fucking formula. Oh, God. The eyeshadow palette. Like, I've been dying to dip into this. I might dip into one of the shimmer shades. I don't know, but I'm kind of feeling that, so I grabbed it. But the last eyeshadow palette that I grabbed, that I recently picked up, and trust me, the only reason I picked this eyeshadow palette up is because it was on super discount. And that's gonna be the Natasha Denona Biba palette. Now let's open her up. Like, I'm sure most of y'all have seen it. It's just a very, very basic neutral palette. And you're asking, why did you buy that? Well, this baby retails for like $130. $130. I got this for $64. It's cheaper than their midi palettes, which are $69. So yeah, like, and I told myself, if this goes on sale and it's cheaper than the midi palettes, I would absolutely buy it. And it did. And I bought it. Like, absolutely, yes ma'am. So that's what we're gonna be doing. And we're gonna do a quick Thanksgiving look. I'm gonna try to keep it kind of like somewhat neutral, but realistically there's gonna be a lot of color in it. But like the base colors are gonna be neutral-ish. I don't know. But it's gonna be like a brown, black, and then a sparkly top or something like that. That's kind of what like is envisioning. So we'll see what ends up happening. As per usual, I'm gonna my base is gonna be the Blank Canvas by P. Louise. You know what? I was looking for a backup just because like I knew I wanted another back. I can't find it. Like, P. Louise, girl, like, did you just continue blank canvas and not tell anybody? Because, bitch, I would have fucking gotten a backup. That way I could have looked for something else. Like, to me, this is the best. Oh, look at my crusty brush. The best, like, eye primer. And, excuse me, like, yeah, I still have the MAC one, but, like, I like this one better. So, ma'am, if you discontinue this, like, bitch, you could have let us know. I would have gotten a backup. Alright, so I'm gonna prime my eyelids, and then we're gonna get into look. So give me 2 seconds while I go do that. Okay, so I just laid down my eye primer. I'm gonna take my brush that I did put my eye primer on with, and I'm going to just like make sure I don't have any creases. Now this does set down pretty quickly, so I try to make sure that any creases are pretty much patted out. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, the brush is still gonna have some sort of moisture on it, so it'll be easy to pat out. Now I'm gonna go in with my Natasha Denona palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip into this seed shade right here, and I'm going to go ahead and pack that into my outer corner. I'm just gonna take my Morphe M433 brush and go ahead and start packing that in. Now it does have a little bit of kick up, which is kind of a little bit annoying, you know, because this palette's really expensive, and like, it's not that big of a deal, truly, but I still wish it didn't have as much kick up. I'm so like, I genuinely feel like the mirror's so far away, because I'm usually like up here, like staring, and I have to keep it like lower because like I'm filming and I'm not used to it. And if I didn't mention, like, I don't know, I have a terrible memory, guys. I have a terrible memory. If I didn't mention it, like, just so you guys know, like, it's Thanksgiving today, and I'm not the cook of the family. Like, fuck no. Absolutely not. Like, I am genuinely not the cook. I can cook. I just don't like to. Like, I get bored. Like, I get so bored. Like, bless all the people who are the chefs of the family, because could never be me. Like, literally could never be me. I get so bored. Like, I just want to walk away and go do something else, and like literally anything else, like, and it's usually like, even I would rather clean than freaking cook at like this point in my life. Like, whatever. All right, so let's lay down really beautifully. And I just gotta, like, every time I look at my monitor, it's like opposite. So like my monitor is showing like it's on the opposite side, so I get confused, and I'm just like, this is pathetic. Like, I'm getting confused. Alright, I'm going to take, I think, a little bit of a more fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into like mix cocoa and freckle. Oop, got a same frame. Cocoa and freckle, and mix those two together, and try to get a nice beautiful blend, just like blend from like here and around, so I can get that to blend out a little bit better. And it looks like cocoa's a little bit more warm toned than I wanted, which is why I mixed it with freckle. And I'm gonna just like tap it into my palm and just mix it a little bit, and then I'm gonna start in the outer and just blend in to where I feel like I need to blend. I hope it doesn't feel as dark as it looks on the camera. I hope it doesn't look as dark on the camera as I feel like it is. Usually I'm sitting like direct sun, like direct light, like like here, like the light's here and my mirror's here so I could see, and it feels so dark to me. I don't know why, but I hope that's not bothering you guys. And I honestly, I wish I could zoom in more, but cameras are expensive, lenses are expensive, and this is all I can do right now. Not to mention, do you know, like it takes me like 8 to 10 hours to edit one singular video, which is why I don't like upload on YouTube as much, because I work like 47 hours at my full-time job every single week. And can you imagine like how exhausted I am? Like, not to take away from people who like work more than me, but like holy shit, to like add, plus I'm a mom, like sometimes I feel so guilty because I feel like I'm working too much. To add more time away from my kid just makes me feel freaking terrible. And genuinely, like, props to the moms who just don't have like the choice, like they have to. And I'm just like, I'm so thankful that I have my mom who's super supportive of, you know, with my son. And I was very, very, very fortunate that my mom was there for me to help me raise my son, because his father chose not to, you know. And honestly, 100% props to all the moms who didn't have a choice, who don't have the support system, and they're doing shit that I could never, and I don't know, you know, how I would have been able to navigate my life. Okay, and just so you can see how much kickback is in there, there's a lot. Like, there's a lot. This is a $130 palette. Like, ma'am, chill the fuck out. I'm actually dipping in back into Freckle and into Tusk. So, ooh, there, hi, Harry. There I am. Freckle and Tusk. I'm going to mix those. I'm going to do the same technique and tap it into my palm. And then I'm going to start here and then blend out. Like I was saying, I'm just very, very fortunate. So that's what I'm thankful for, is to have my mom who's helped me so much with my son, because it really does take a village to like raise children. You know, I was very thankful that after I had my son, I made a very direct choice to not have any more children, because like I could never raise more than just him. Like, I was very, very lucky. Like, and that's not to take away, again, because people get shit twisted on the internet. What I'm saying is, you know, I was very lucky in my decisions, and I was able to make clear-cut decisions about my life. And if you were one of the people who had more than one kid, you know, I admire you, because this shit's not easy. I admire you. This shit's not easy. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. Hold, please. Now, I don't exactly remember where I left off, because I had to go and make my banana bread, because like it's Thanksgiving. So like I was told, if you are going to make it, you better do it now, because the oven's not going back on the once it goes off. So can you guess I'm Hispanic? No? You know how Hispanic moms are? Love that for me. Now I'm looking at the blend, and it's honestly, it's so good. Like, it just blended out to honestly absolute perfection. Like, perfection. Like, I'm so happy with it. Like, it's usually takes me a few minutes to get the blend where I want it to go and all that jazz. But now I'm gonna deepen it a smidge more. Let me see what kind of brush I want to use. I'm gonna use this small tapered blending brush. This is a JH40 brush, and I'm going to hop into this shade Spot right there. Now, Natasha Denona she said it herself, she's not real big into like put in blacks in there. So this is she's not big into black shadow. Let me rephrase myself. That's when this first shadow came out, or this palette came out. I guess she made a statement or some shit. At least I vaguely recall that being said. I'm just gonna pack this into the outer corner, and it's such a beautiful creamy shade. It's just I'm gonna dip into that brown seed shade, just put a little bit on my brush, and just to help blend this out, just to give it that extra depth that I'm looking for. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright. Now I'm gonna go into, I'm gonna swatch a couple of these just to see where I'm at on like what I want to do. But I'm kind of into this deep shade. Now the Glamlight Scooby-Doo palettes don't have shade names, which is fine. I don't really give a shit about it. But this deep shade right here, I'm kind of like into. Yeah, like look at that. That's freaking stunning. Yeah, like I'm into it. Yeah, like yes, that was the move. That was just the move. And I forgot that I wanted to grab my shadow primer real quick, because these shadows, like, just when I swatched them originally, they definitely felt like they were gonna need an eye primer just so they wouldn't crease. And I figured as much because I wore these, like, a shade from here yesterday for work, and I noticed that it creased a little bit, because sometimes those formulas do that, and it doesn't really bother me, but I do want it to stay a long period of time. So I'm gonna hop off, prime my lid, and I'll just talk about it real quick, and then I'll apply on camera. Alright, so excuse me, I just applied some of the NYX glitter primer. I did get a new tube of this finally, because the other one was hella old, and I just put some on the back of my hand, and I grabbed a small Jessup brush, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the front of my lid to kind of help out where I want that shadow to stay. And if you're wondering why I didn't apply it to the Glamlight shade, it's because I didn't need to. This formula is completely different to this formula. Like, it's, oops, like 10 times different, like than each other. Two different formulas, and that's why I love the Glamlight. Like, I just love having more than one eyeshadow, you know, palette. Like, I like testing a lot of eyeshadows, because like each brand has its own like formula, like their own visions, and that's why like it's makes me feel more creative. And I love that, because I'm not a really creative type of person. Like, I'm genuinely not. No, God, it's so hard to choose. They're all so fucking beautiful. I'm leaning towards this shade. It has a blue silver shift. Let me see. This one's straight silver. The Minka shade is straight silver. Yeah, I kind of want to, maybe I'll mix both of them. So I'm going to take a Luxie 221 concealer brush, which I'm not using it for concealer. I'm just going to see, and this doesn't pick up super well on a brush, which is fine. I just gotta dig a little deeper, which I don't really like to do, but it's fine. I might just have to use my finger, which I don't want to do, but it's fine. And the reason I don't want to use my finger is because I don't want my, because it is such a soft shadow, I don't want my finger oils to like interrupt the formula or make it somehow go hard pan quicker, or, you know, whatever. God, it's stunning. Ugh. Sorry. Yes. I think I'm going to dip into the Minka shade and just like do a little bit like right here. And just, yes. A little bit more. See, it's not picking up the best. I don't think you can see how you can see a little bit of the flakes on there. And I'm just going to ew, my ears are getting red. Like someone's talking about me. Look. Y'all better keep my name out your mouths, folks. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I'm sure you can hear my freaking dogs. That's so good. That's exactly what I was looking for. I'm gonna go back into the Glamlight palette and gonna grab a little bit more and just try to blend that a little bit more. I kind of want to like do a pop of something, and I've been into like doing pops with like a pink in the middle. I don't know why. Look at that. Oh my god, that's so kind of, oh. I don't know what that was. I think I'm gonna do this one because this is very, very foiled, and I just want like a little literally, I'm absolutely adoring that Minka palette. It's absolutely, it's everything. Like, I love shifty shadows, and she doing it for me. She's just doing it. All right, now I'm gonna go off camera, finish this eye up, do my face, and I will be right back. And I don't know why that was such a long pause, but I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the final look. What do we think? So the sun is shifting, so that's why I didn't turn on all my lights. So if it looks different, it's because it's that time where it's still the afternoon and it's getting dark. Love that for us. Okay, let's go quickly over the rest of my face. For foundation, I use my Estee Lauder Double in conjunction with my Colorpop Pretty Fresh foundation. This is almost too matte. This is too dewy, so I mix them so I get, you know, what I want. For powder, I use my Revlon Candid powder because I'm still looking for a replacement for my beloved Too Faced peach powder, which Too Faced, girl, we want to fight if you don't bring that shit back. I'm telling you. For bronzer, I use my Nars Casino on the my cheeks, and then my Soul Body bronzer around the perimeter of my face. This one's very, very deep, and this one's deep but like kind of more red toned, so just to offset. Plus I want to use up my stuff. For blush, I use the entire trio, all of it on my cheeks. For powder bronzer, I use the LA Girl. I just mix both of them, which I really wish they didn't do it this way, but it is what it is. And then just use the highlight as a shimmery bronzer. For my lips, I did the Milani, what the hell is the name of this? The 240 Shoop. This came out when they did the Salt and Pepper like collab, I've had that, if anybody remembers that. I love that. Like, it's a beautiful brown shade. Then I used the Juvia's Place Lady shade on my lips, and then did a little bit of the Fenty Gloss Bomb in Diamond Milk, just a touch, and just mixed it in. Also, let's do what I did. Let's talk about what I did on the lower lash line. I used the this shade, what is this called, Seed, on my lower lash line. Deepened it with the black shade, and then put a little bit of my NYX glitter primer on my lower lash line, and did the Selena shade, just a little bit of that, just to pull it all together. My lashes are my 630s Salon Perfects. These are my favorite, more bold lashes, just because it fits my face a little bit better. And then a setting spray, just some Morphe, because I'm not going anywhere, so I'm just going to be in the house. So that's everything, guys. I just wanted to just hang out with you guys, do a little something something, and hopefully I don't take forever again to do another video, but bear with me because it's like an 8-hour editing process, and girl, that shit's, it's not a good time. But I love you guys, and thank you for hanging out with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on my next one. Love you guys. Bye.